Alright, last method of factoring that we need to talk about is this factoring trinomials with the box. And the box, this is one tool that you can use, and it works on just about every type of expression you have to factor. But you have to be careful. You have to make sure that you do follow the order of factoring and factor out a GCF if there is one first. Alright, now factoring with the box is a way to organize your work. Okay, so the box that we use to factor is the same as the box we use to multiply. Okay, so it's just going to be a square that has 2 columns and 2 rows. Okay, now when we multiplied, remember we put our terms on the outside of the box, and we got the product, our answer, with the terms that were inside the box. But now that we're factoring, we want to do the reverse, sort of. We want to put stuff on the inside, and we get the factored form, the terms for that, on the outside. Okay, so what terms do we put inside this box? Well, you've got your original problem right here, x squared plus 12x plus 20. The first term is going to go in this first blank spot in the box. The last term is going to go in this last blank spot in the box. Now that leaves us 2 spaces that are open, and we only have 1 term left in our original problem. So what we do is we come up with 2 terms that represent this middle piece. Okay, so we have to come up with 2 terms that they can combine to give us 12x, and they also will have to multiply to give us whatever we get when we multiply x squared and 20x, or 20. So we're going to multiply the first term and last term, write that off to the side. X squared times 20 is 20x squared. Okay, we need 2 terms that multiply to give us 20x squared, but they have to sum to give us 12x. Okay, so they're multiplying for this, and they'll sum to 12x. Okay, and we call this product sum. Okay, so what I like to do is I'd like to list pairs of terms that multiply to give the product. Okay, what are pairs of terms that multiply, or pairs of numbers that multiply to give us 20? Okay, well, always start with 1 times 20. And since we're looking for products of 20x squared, I'm going to put x with both of those. Okay, something else that multiplies to give us 20 would be 2 times 10. Put x with both of those. Okay, 4 times 5. And I believe that's all the pairs that multiply to give me 20x squared. Okay, so we're looking for whichever pair, there's only one of these pairs, that sums to 12x. And we see that this pair right here, they do sum to give us 12x. Okay, 2x and 10x. 2x plus 10x is 12x. So that's the pair that we need. That's the pair of terms that's going to fill in these last 2 cells in this box. 2x goes here, 10x goes there. Alright, so let me redraw my box down here, just so I have a little bit more room. There and there. X squared, 10x, 2x, and 20. Okay, so now to actually factor, all I have to do is find the greatest common factor in each row of terms and each column of terms. And if I look at this first row, I have x squared and 10x. What's the common piece in both of those terms? X. Go to the second row. I have 2x and 20. What's the common factor in 2x and 20? What can I divide out of both 2 and 20? 2. First column, I want to do the same thing. I have x squared and I have 2x. When I find the greatest common factor, it's also going to be x. And the last column, between 10x and 20, the greatest common factor would be 10. And that is my factored form. X plus 2 times x plus 10. And after you do a few of these, you'll start to notice there's some shortcuts you can take. But for right now, just stick with the box and you'll be fine.